up? What's up? What's up? You know what time it is. It is time to turn up your dials on however you're listening. This is BLAZIN Takes on a Freaky Friday. We're going to get into it. Of course, I'm Rick Blaze, and I'm joined by my brother, Siege. How we doing today?
We are living excited for Friday. You know, it's my second favorite day of the week, right after Monday. So it's a good one, good day to be here, and we got some interesting stories going on today, Rick. I'll tell you what, some stuff we haven't heard anything about. So I'll kick off with a one of a kind. We definitely haven't heard of anything like this in SimWorld. Son Chung-ju, North Korean prospect. He went viral with
Say
his.
that 3 times fast. Say that 3 times fast. I know I couldn't.
I can't. I can barely say it one time slow. But you know, this is something we haven't seen before. You know, viral prospect from North Korea. His high flying dunks got a lot of eyes looking at him, and you know, people were wondering why Asia Pacific wasn't recruiting him. But anyways, he ended up committing to Gotham 5. Well, reports came out today that apparently there's some issues getting his visa to be able to come over to the stateside, and there's some heavy concern that he's not going to be able to make it to New York to join that team. So I mean, what's kind of your thoughts on that?
Hey, man, I'm not really surprised. It's my thought. You know, we know, hey, you know, when it comes to sports, there's also this thing called politics.
Yep.
And I'm sure my friends over there on the other side of the water is talking like Jerry Maguire, show me the money. They want you to show them the money. I put in the chat, in the thread earlier. I don't know who Coach Lee, who he prays to, but whoever he's praying to, they answering it, baby. They about to knock one out the park, put him back home. Now, I don't know how this player feels. I'm not saying his name only because I'm going to butcher it. Stun. I got to give him a nickname because all of that is not going to work for me. So I instead of disrespecting his pronunciation, I'm just going to not say his name. Number 2. I think that's the jersey number he was going to wear in Gotham. Number 2. Oh, number 2. It looks like he wants to be in the States, but it looks like his government has a different idea about that. I know one person that's happy about it, Coach Lee, for APAC, if he's able to keep a player like that on the team. So I guess we're going to just see how that plays out, man.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So that's what's interesting to me. You know, I think a lot of people didn't want to say it, but I think people kind of were wondering if this was going to be an issue because of his home country. And you know, we don't really talk politics over here on BLAZIN Takes. It's not.
Don't say the takes, baby.
It's not in our wheelhouse. But you know, North Korea, they don't allow their citizens to travel to the U.S. That's not. It's just not a thing. So I think the bigger issue that this kind of foreshadows for me is, let's say that he does, you know, this whole issue isn't able to be resolved, which I hate it for the kid. I know he really wanted to come stateside to play, so I hate to see that for a kid, you know, to not be able to live that dream out. So let's say he does, you know, he commits to play for Asia Pacific, whatever. Do we run into a situation where he's not even able to travel stateside to play games versus teams in the States? Because if that becomes a thing, like what do we do about that? Does it turn into one of those Kyrie Irving situations where he could only play home games for the Nets or something, where that was almost a thing? Like, you know, does he only play home games for Asia Pacific? Is that something that can be worked out? That's kind of my bigger question, because obviously it sucks that the kid can't do what he wants to do and come over to the States to join a team over here. But is he not even going to be able to play away games for Asia Pacific if he was to go to APAC? Like, or I don't know, Rick. This is just kind of, it's not something we've dealt with before here in SimWorld Prep. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to play out.
I mean, that's the big question mark. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think as long as his government understands that he is binded, lack of a better word, to APAC, I think they're going to be cool with that. But we never know. You know what? This is my opinion. We have no idea. So I guess we're going to wait and see.
We're just gonna have to find out. We're bystanders at this point, but I'm wishing the best for Son, and I hope he gets to follow his dreams in the way he wants. But moving on from that, something a little more, you know, a little less politicky, Rick. We got something, you know, a lot of talk about commitment craze and the rosters that teams are filling out. And there was a question posed in Hard in the Paint today, and I thought it was a pretty good topic. Is Cascadia the team to beat out West after this commitment craze? After straight no.
No.
I mean, come on, Rick. They added Tyree Wells, phenom, the guy everyone wanted, Kevon Jackson.
Okay.
Added a couple other guys. I think on paper they do have one of the better rosters. Now, for me, I do want to agree and say no, that I still think it's probably Bay Area at the moment, but I could see
No,
it being Cascadia.
it's not Cascadia or Bay Area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. I People have short term memories. Do we not recall everybody jumping on the Bay Area bandwagon last year because they had the most stacked squad and they were the paper champs? People had already put them in the finals before they even jumped the ball.
So who is
And
it
what
then?
happened? It's neither one of those two.
So who is it?
I I I, I don't have an answer for that because what we're not taking into consideration is the coaches and how they're going to play those players. You don't care who you got on your team. If the coach is not putting you in the best position to be successful, it means nothing.
Well, yeah,
So
look,
I'm
I
not
agree with that.
going.
I agree about the coaches thing, but on paper, you look at these rosters. Is
Give me the,
Cascadia the team to beat?
now you know. Okay, let's do this. You know I'm on the road, so you know I'm dropping. Give me my list of teams really quick. Run down really quick, and I'll tell you which team is the team to beat this season.
All right, you want a list of teams out west? Let's
Yeah,
see.
run them down real quick.
We got Bay Area. We've
Mhm.
got Cascadia. We've
Okay.
got Best Coast Ballers.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go through the Neo region, even though not all of them are technically on the West Coast. But
Okay.
when that question's posed, that's how we're gonna take it. So Bay Area, Best Coast, Beyond the Arch, Cascadia, Heartland Zombie Stars, Raining Trays, Rocky Mountain, and Showtime.
Easy. Rocky Mountain.
All right, I'm
They're
not mad at
they're
that
they're
answer.
the only team out of those that you mentioned that is retaining the most of their players from last season, and they were very good last season.
They
They
were
got their
very
coach.
good last season.
They have Coach Robinson returning back to the squad. They didn't make any big splash improved signings because they didn't need any.
I mean,
They was
they
returning.
did add Dink Pate. He was a
They did.
nice prospect
Yes,
from Texas. I
yes,
do like Dink Pate.
yes. Yes. So I think Rocky Mountains, no one's talking about them. And they kind of flying on the radar, but that's what they do. That's what they did last year. They flew under the radar and just whooped everybody's ass when it was time to play them. So Rocky Mountains is the team to beat. They had the proven track record of the players who's still on the same team, and they have the proven track record of the coach, although he left early, who knows how to win with that squad with their current formula for winning. So Rocky Mountains is the team to beat. The rest of y'all freestyle.
All right. I'm not mad at it because, like you said, they've retained the most of their roster. I am going to say that I think on paper, especially if this Tyree Wells kid ends up being the phenom that everyone's kind of expecting him to be or
He will be.
hyping up
He
to
will
be,
be.
because if that's what he is and Kevon Jackson can even do the same that he did last year, not even get better, which, we hope the players get better in the offseason, then I think that's a dangerous team, and I think they do have, on paper, the most star-striking roster. So I'll go with that, but I don't hate the Rocky Mountain answer at all.
Rocky Mountains, baby. All right. So speaking of players, we got one that just joined us. It's been in the cahoots for a while, right? And it's finally made official. Cooper Flag. We will be raising the flag this season in SimWorld with Cooper Flag. What are your thoughts, not on the Cooper Flag as a player, because we know that. We've seen that. What are your thoughts on what that looks like for the originators team? What's your thoughts on that, Steve?
So it's interesting, especially because of the conversation we had yesterday, and I know we were talking in the threads with some of the coaches about the specific topic of who can handle a high-profile player, especially because
Right.
we both kind of agreed yesterday that it's best to go after a high-profile guy like that early in the offseason and get them and
Absolutely.
build around them. Well, Originators already brought in Hair Canada. They brought in Jay Laster. They've still got Victorious Ilgauskas over there,
Right.
Kamari Ward. I mean, so they've got a roster. To be honest, before we heard that Cooper Flag was coming, they already had a competitive roster.
Agreed.
And one of the coaches we might not have mentioned when we were talking about who could handle that was Coach Dodge. But, when you think about it, if we talk about who could be classified as a superstar last year in SimWorld Prep, you've got Bronny James. You got LDO, you got DJ Wagner, Trey Turner, Tyson Simpson. To me, those were the guys you could classify as superstars.
Correct.
And though Coach Dodge didn't make it work with DJ Wagner, I think it was kind of the opposite issue that DJ Wagner was a little too passive, in my opinion, at some times. So I think it looks good. I think the thing is he is coming in a little late. It's going to be on Coach Dodge to set those expectations with Cooper
That,
and with the
that's
team,
key.
and make
That's
sure that
key.
he is bought into the idea that we have a really good roster here. Yes, like you are
That's
likely
key.
that he is likely the most talented player on that roster. He is likely the most talented player in SimWorld Prep now after he joined. I mean, he's the number one ranked high school player in the world. So
Yes. Excellent feeling.
for all intents and purposes, he is the best player on that roster. But this is all on Coach Dodge. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a little bit on Cooper and it's a little bit on the players to get along and all play together, but it's really on Coach Dodge.
It's really on Coach Dodge. I agree with that 1,000%. Hey, we were just talking the other day about how Jay Laster and Hair Canada is going to, be up there, and be the leader of the team, facilitator of the team, and be you kind of like the 1-2 punch or 1A 1B. Both of those guys get pushed down now, right? I mean, I don't know. Well, do they? I don't know.
I
You're
mean,
not bringing Cooper Flag in to just get rebounds and sell
no,
tickets. So
no.
now everybody's usage is now kind of just smash it down some. You know what I mean? So again, Coach Dodge, I believe, is gonna have her biggest challenge
Yep.
at to date to make this make sense and to make it make work and to get her players to buy into what she's now gonna be selling. I don't know if she was already telling the team this may happen. Hopefully she was, or maybe she didn't. I have no idea. But can you imagine not knowing as a player that you think your team is kind of already set up, and then this hammer drops down on you, and now Coach Dodge had to go in the locker room and says, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do now." Like that's a lot. That's a lot. Now it don't change Cooper Flag because he gonna be who he's gonna be for everybody else. Y'all got to follow in some kind of line. So it's
It's
interesting to see how this stuff plays out.
it's
If it
so
plays out
interesting
well,
to
Coach
me.
Dodge he can easily be coach of the year if this plays out correctly, though.
Oh, that absolutely could. And I'll tell you what, I'm thinking about, projected starting lineups. You got if you move Laster up to the 3, this might be the best starting lineup in SimWorld Prep this year.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
you've got Kamari Ward and Hair Canada. I keep wanting to say Air Canada, but Hair Canada at the
Well,
1
you
and
got so
2.
many. You can do Hack Canada, somebody call him Shooter McGavin. You got all kind of names. Just pick one.
But I mean,
Just pick one.
you got those two in the backcourt. That's a great backcourt. You got Jay Laster running the 3, incredibly talented player. Everybody wanted Jay Laster this offseason. And then you got Cooper playing the 4 and Big V playing the 5. I mean, that is
That's
not a
crazy.
lineup with a lot of
That's
weaknesses
crazy.
in it. That is not a lot
That's
of weakness.
crazy. And then you got they signed was it Botan Caleb?
Caleb Boateng, yep.
They got Caleb as a guard as well. So yeah, that's a nice. Hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right. So before we get out of here, Siege, we're gonna do our pick and roll segment like we don't do, but I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. As you guys have known, as I said in the past, Siege has earned the right to come to the Black Picnic. He has earned the right to get himself membership with our community. Now we're gonna take it a step further, Siege. Now we're gonna see what kind of card you got. We're gonna check your credit card version of being down with the culture. We got a culture credit card. We got different levels of credit cards. Culture credit cards. We got the Sapphire, which is the baseline. We have the silver culture card. We have the gold culture card. We have the platinum culture card, and of course, last but not least, we have the black culture card. So I have some questions, Siege. Now I'm going to ask you. I have 5 questions I'm going to ask you. Now, of course, there's 5 different versions of a card, so you know that your level goes up based on how many questions you get correct.
Oof. I'm
Makes sense?
sweating. I'm sweating, Rick.
So, hey, and as you guys listen to the show, guys can play this culture. You can see where you are with the culture credit card too. See what kind of credit you got for the culture. You know what I mean? So 5 questions. Some of them multiple choice. Some of them you just got to know. So let's get to it. You ready, Steve?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
about as ready. That's about as ready as you can be, huh?
Yep.
All right. Guys, play it at home. I know you guys probably when you hear it, you're gonna probably cheat, but if you get them right, let's talk about it in chat. Question number 1. What time was it when Usher was cruising? What time was it when Usher was cruising the streets? Again, what time was it when Usher decided he was cruising the streets? Was it 8 o'clock? Was it 3 o'clock? Was it 12 o'clock? Or was it 7 o'clock? What time was it, Siege, when Usher was cruising the streets?
All right, Rick, I see that we're going to get harder and harder as we go because it was 7 o'clock on the dot.
Oh, see?
I mean, come on.
Come on, man. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I know some of y'all got that wrong, but he is correct. Could answer question number 1 is 7 o'clock on the dot. Fantastic. 1 for 1 right now. So right now he's already the Sapphire credit, culture credit card. I'm proud of you. See, you're already a Sapphire member. Here we go.
Thank you.
This next question is for the silver. Here we go. Question number 2. What is one condiment that you must have in your house at all times? Here's the options. I'll say again. What is the one condiment?
Hot sauce not a condiment? You don't think that's a condiment?
A hot dog is a
hot sauce. Hot sauce. I said hot sauce.
Oh, you said hot. Ding, 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 ding. I didn't even get to the goddamn answer choices. You already answered.
Bro, that's just how I live. That's how I live.
See? My answer choices were ketchup, ranch, hot sauce, and honey mustard. And honey mustard was a setup. Black people don't keep honey mustard like that.
It's hot sauce. It's hot sauce.
The correct answer is hot. He might be my brother from another mother. Beautiful answer. Here we go. Question. So now my man Siege has the silver culture credit card. I'm loving this, Siege. I'm loving it. You gonna have better credit than me in a minute. Here we go. Question number 3. And this one is not an answer choice. These are answer choices. You have to give me an answer. Name 3 Eddie Murphy movies. Anything.
The first thing that comes to my mind is not one that I think you will accept, but I'm going to say it anyways because I love it. I'm going to go with Shrek. Because he...
I got to talk to the Black Caucus and see if we can accept Shrek as the answer. Give me
after Shrek, you said 3, right? You said 3, right?
3 Eddie Murphy movies.
I mean, the second one that comes to my mind is Haunted House. I know it's a decent one. And I'm thinking of Coming to America.
I'm to now producer telling my ear, Shrek is not acceptable as an Eddie Murphy movie. So you got to give me
one more. And Haunted House is accepted.
Haunted House is accepted. Haunted House, Coming to America. I need one more.
All right, give me Beverly Hill Cop.
Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I didn't want to do Coming to America 2, the second one, because that just felt like a cop out.
Yeah, that wouldn't have made it either.
No.
I'm on Siege. He is now a gold member of the Culture Credit Card. I'm feeling you, bro. We can get this black card tonight. I'm feeling you, man. Question number 4. Which one of these names is not a real rapper? Which one of these names is not a real rapper? All right. Lil White, Lil Flip, Lil Kano, Lil Bibby. Which one is not a real rapper? Lil White, Lil Flip, Lil Kano, Lil Bibby.
I'm going to go Lil Flip.
Final answer?
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I'm going to go Lil Flip.
All right, that one's incorrect. Lil Flip is from Houston, Texas. Somebody in SimWorld, that's one of their favorite rappers. Lil Flip. So we still at the gold. We still got the gold package.
All right.
The gold. We got one more question to try to get you to the platinum package, the platinum culture credit card. Here we go. Number 5. This is a controversial question, Steve. I'm gonna tell you, it's really controversial.
Great,
but it's important to get this correct. Does sugar go in grits? Yes or no?
Yes.
My God, I'm about to say no, Steve.
I don't know. Being from where I'm from, sugar goes in grits. Where I'm from,
there are some people. I understand. There are some people that feel the way you feel. There's quite a few people that feel the way you feel. I personally don't feel the way you feel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you on. We got you on a gold culture credit card membership.
All right,
it's good. That's good.
I'll take it.
Continue the game another time. We're gonna get you up to that black card right now. My man's at the gold status. Some of y'all playing at home. Some of y'all won't even know the gold status. My man, put in the chat how y'all feel about the culture credit card game. How many did you get correct? Let's talk about it. Let's cuss and discuss. Y'all have a good weekend. Siege, my man is a membership. He got the gold card. We good to go. We see y'all on Monday.